This is going to be quite literally, this is going to be the easiest way to change your life. Hello, welcome to Girl Talk. Welcome back to Girl Talk. Today is our last episode of season 1 of Girl Talk. I'm so excited. I am so excited. Like, literally, I wanted to have another word, but I don't think I do. I'm just super excited to be here, and I am so grateful for all of you who tune in every week for an episode of Girl Talk. I'm so thankful for all of you who may be watching Girl Talk for the first time, all of you who may be listening to Girl Talk for the first time. And share this episode, share an episode that you've loved with someone that you love, and tell me in the comments what has been your favorite episode thus far of Girl Talk season 1, which episodes you've loved. Honestly, even tell me which episodes you didn't like. Ooh, controversial. Tell me which ones you didn't like. Before I jump into it, I'm super excited to announce that Girl Talk will be coming to all podcasting platforms in 2024. Definitely make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can be the first to know when, I announce the platforms that we're on and when there's a link to provide for you. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Moving on to today's episode. As you can tell by the title, we are talking about the last and final and maybe the most important. Everything is important, but I know the last few weeks we've been talking about authenticity. We've been talking about what you need to do so that you can step into your most confident self in 2024. And we've been talking about all the things that are going to prepare you for 2024 and making 2024 the literal best season of your life if you implement my guidelines. This last thing that we're going to talk about on the last episode of season 1 is what you can really do to continuously level up, what you can do to continuously step into your most confident self, what you can do to continuously ensure that you are being your most authentic self each and every day. As we know by now, the word authentic and authentic self simply means living in your truth. What is true for you? That was on last week's episode. Make sure you go back and watch that episode if you want to know why asking that question, what is true for me, is super important. But again, your authentic self is what is true for you, what is going to benefit you right now in this moment or in future moments for your future self. And one of the things that have really helped me and that I see help so many others is asking this one question. You have to ask yourself this question every single day. This is where the rapid transformation is going to step into your life. This is where you are going to see astronomical and sudden changes in your life. If you begin asking this one question every single day, I personally like to ask it every single night. After the day is ended and I'm doing my nighttime journaling, I like to ask myself this question, and then the next day is a brand new day, a brand new me. We ready to go, girl. You can also start off the day asking yourself this question. You can midday ask yourself this question. But I highly, highly recommend to ask yourself this question at least one time of day. Because by doing that, you are going to ensure that you are constantly going to the next level, your next level, not the next level for your mother, not the next level for your father, not the next level for your best friend, not the next level for your employer, your best level. And that's what's super important about remaining in your authenticity and truly walking in confidence every single day. You can't be concerned with Solly and Joe's next levels and their authenticity and their confidence. You are so prioritized and connected to and aware of your own authenticity and where your confidence needs to lie and where your next level is going to be, that nothing else is getting in your way or disrupting your line of sight. So the question is, what am I no longer available for? What am I no longer available for? I absolutely love this question as something that you, as a end of year practice for one, because we are at the end of the year. So one, as an end of year practice, but Two, as a daily reminder to say, okay, this was who I was today. Who do I want to be tomorrow? How can I up-level myself even more? The thing about confidence is that it's not a one and done. The thing about living in your authentic nature is that it's not a one and done. So you have to constantly connect to yourself and to the future self of who you want to be, to constantly step into your most confident self, to show up as the most confident her, the most confident him, to be your most authentic self. What worked for me today is not going to most likely work for me tomorrow. Now, there's certainly some foundational things that maybe do work for me tomorrow. I've got some morning and evening routines. I have certain foods I like to eat, certain people I like to see. But again, this question is so reflective that it's going to force you to constantly step into your next level, constantly step into your higher self, constantly step into the most confident version of you, constantly step into the most authentic version of yourself. So what am I no longer available for? Begin asking yourself that. Like I said, at least once a day. In the evening is a really great time to ask yourself that, because then you can reflect back on your day and realize maybe where you had to compromise, or maybe not where you had to compromise, but where you chose to compromise, or where you lacked a little bit, or where you didn't put enough effort into, or what you let slide. Okay, if you let something slide, like you let Sally over there slide and be late for the third time this week at y'all's meeting, you're no longer available for late people. You will no longer tolerate anyone being late to a meeting. And so I have a whole list. Y'all. I literally wrote this last night of everything I'm no longer available for going into 2024. And this isn't even necessarily going into 2024, but there were definitely some very high level topics for me of what I'm no longer available for moving into 2024, moving into the new year. But I do this journaling exercise. When I first began, I literally did this every single day. I literally did this every single day for probably 8 months. I'm not even joking you. And when I say the rate that I transformed during that year, this was back at the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, the rate that my life transformed, the rate that I transformed, the rate that I leveled up and stepped into this high value woman, this high level of self, this high confidence, was because of this question, because I was constantly nitpicking. Okay, I did that. Okay, don't want to do that anymore. Okay, I interacted that way. Don't want to do that anymore. Okay, I was having this type of relationship. No longer want that. And so I was constantly saying yes, 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 yes. Oh, no, 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 no. So constantly in a era of reflection, and also, what's the other word? Dismissing things from my life. And one of the things that's truly going to hold you up into being a high value woman, into being a confident woman, into being an authentic woman, is not assessing or reflecting on what does or does not serve you in this now moment and moving forward. A lot of times in my own life, I, hesitated to not necessarily grow, but to dismiss things that were no longer for me, dismiss people that were no longer for me, dismiss habits that were no longer for me. And not for any particular reason. We could say for fear, we could say for this or that reason, but there was just this level of, oh, I'm just not going to do it anymore. You have to pen to paper. You have to declare and decree. You have to commit that I am no longer available for this. And that is why this exercise works. That is why you will see the most rapid transformation in yourself, in your mindset, in your physical body. If you put things that are for your physical body on there, in your physical appearance, in your job, in your career, in your relationships, wherever you are at in life, whatever area you are at in life, ask yourself, what am I no longer available for? If it is in relationships and you are tired of dealing with low effort men, or men who don't pay for dates, or going 50-50 in your marriage, whatever it is, write that down. If you have decided you don't want to do that anymore, if you have decided that's no longer for you, write that down. And if you need to, paste it up against your mirror, paste it up on the wall so that you can look at it every single day as a reminder. Once you sit down and journaling, of course, is a conversation with yourself. So as you're having this conversation with yourself, I am no longer available for. Once you tell yourself that, do you want to look silly to yourself? And as we kind of briefly touched on last week, do you want to be a liar to yourself? Are you a liar? Like, that's what you will have to face if you write down, I am no longer available for, and then you continue to walk that out in your life. If you say you are no longer available for low effort men, if that's the case, and then you continue to go on dates with low effort men, now you have proven yourself to be a liar. That's shameful. But we're not going to talk about that today. That's really not today's discussion. This is the most amazing exercise that you can do as you step into 2024. If you want to become a high value woman in 2024, you absolutely need to be doing this exercise each and every day. If you want to be a very confident woman in 2024, walk into leadership in your job, walk in leadership in your friendship circles, walk in leadership in your family, whatever it may be for you, you need to be doing this exercise every single day. If you want to truly be in your authentic nature, you need to be doing this exercise every single day. Every day. Every day. And it's a simple exercise. You don't have to sit there and like write out 99 things of what you're no longer available for. It's also, you want things to come to you naturally. So my list of what I'm no longer available for is just this one page. And so it's not a whole lot of things. It's only 9, 10 if I can't run wrong, but it's only 9 things. And I think anytime I've ever done this exercise, I've never written more than about 10 or 12 things, because you do want them to come to you naturally. It's not an activity. It's not a journaling prompt where you're going to sit there and be like, what am I no longer available for? No, you need to allow it to come to you naturally, because that means it's right there in the moment for you in the present time frame of, okay, I'm tired of my ish, and this is now what I'm no longer available for. As an accomplice to this exercise, you can also write what you are now available for. That's a really good beginning point. If this is your first time doing the exercise, I highly recommend to write what you are no longer available for, and then also follow that up with what you are available for. Because again, you don't want to end up in those treacherous waters of saying, oh, well, this is what I'm no longer available for, and then go back to that. Because then you're calling yourself a liar. And we're not liars over here. We are not false people over here, okay? So if you do this exercise and you find yourself maybe having some difficulty remembering or being in moments where you do go back to something that you've said you're no longer available for, I want you to follow that up with what you are now available for, because you're going to stay in that energy of what you are available for. Now, I no longer have to write out what I am available for, because I just already know, girl. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of my ish. We no longer doing this stuff. We're going to do the other stuff. But I used to have to do both of them. As I said before, I rapidly changed so quick. I did this exercise every single day for 8 months. And within 8 months, I can definitively say that I went from having a more down and depressed attitude about myself, about life, about my body, to a very high uplifting, high operating mindset about my life, my body, my appearance, my mindset, everything. At least everything that I applied this to. At the time, I was really deep in the depths of doing this. I was doing a lot of personal development, a lot of development around my idea of relationships and what that looked like for me. And so I truly saw my mindset just shift within those months quickly. At that, like, when I say you are going to start seeing so many shifts in your life if you implement this on a daily basis. If you do it every other day, you're going to see some shifts. If you do it once or twice a week, you're going to see a little bit of shifts, girl. But if you do this daily, you're going to wake up and be a new person every day. And that's why I recommend to do it at night as well, because you are closing the day down with, hey, now I've reflected, I've looked back, I've said, okay, I did a little bit of this, I did a little bit of that, but you know what? That ain't work. That did not work for me. And this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. This is what we're implementing now. And when you wake up on that next day, you are a new woman. You are a new person. And now you can implement who you are then, not who you were yesterday. Because who you were yesterday don't matter. Who you are today, that's what matters the most, okay? If you are going to implement this for your 2024, or you should really start implementing it now, I would highly, highly, highly recommend to do this exercise and reflect on your year and reflect on, what you're no longer available for as you have closed out this year and completed this year. Where have you maybe fallen short? What did you let slide? What did you say yes to where you really meant no? So reflect back on all of that. Reflect back on the last 12 months. And, again, ask yourself, what are you no longer available for? Write that down, what you're no longer available for. And then write out what you are now available for going into 2023. And then every single day in 2023, I want you to, before you go to sleep, every evening, take out your journal and have a few moments of what you are no longer available for. Reflect on your day and have a few moments of what you're no longer available for. And then write out what you are now available for. And get up the next day and proceed to act out what you are now available for. Be who you are now available for. And you will begin to see massive shifts, rapid shifts and transformations in your life. If there's a certain level of relationship you want, romantically or platonically, you will begin to see those come into your life. If there's a certain level of money that you're calling and that you want, you will begin to see that to come into your life. You will begin to see new opportunities to present themselves in your life. If there's a certain level of appearance that you've been desiring, but you keep falling short and doing this or doing that to make it happen, write out what you're no longer available for. Write out what you are now available for. You will begin to see yourself show up and act as that person who has that body, who has that certain physical appearance. This is going to be quite literally, this is going to be the easiest way to change your life. This is the easiest way to change your life in the next 12 months, literally. So I want you to save this video, comment on this video, and come back in December of 2024 and tell me how your life has changed because you have done this exercise each and every day. All right. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, Make sure you're following me on LinkedIn, TikTok, and Instagram to get all the behind the scenes. GirlTalk's going to be taking a holiday break. So we'll be back second week of January. And again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel because we're going to be on all the podcast platforms in 2024. We'll still be on YouTube. Don't get this confused, girl. I know y'all love seeing my face. So we are still going to be on YouTube. So we'll still be on YouTube, but we are also going to be on podcasting platforms. So again, make sure you are subscribed. Share this video with 10 of your girlfriends, with 10 of your favorite people, or 10 of your not favorite people. In this video with 10 of your family members. Share this video with 10 people who you just know need a good laugh today. Share this video with anyone you believe is ready to change their life. Tell them to subscribe and tell them their life is going to change if they implement this. Again, this is by far the easiest way to change your life in 2024. This is by far the easiest way to level up in 2024. Like, there is no other video you need to watch because this is it. This is it. You need to be asking yourself this question every single day and just watch your life unfold and change and transform rapidly at the speed of light. I don't know what's faster than that, but it's probably gonna be faster than that. As always, I love you. I really appreciate you. And thank you all for being here this last and, well, it's not the last, but this first season of Girl Talk. I'm so excited to see where it's gonna go. Let me know in the comments if you've been here since the first episode. Let me know in the comments if you watched every episode. Let me know how many episodes you watched, and maybe I'll give you a prize. Maybe. Seriously though, let me know how many episodes y'all have watched, which ones you have loved. I would love to hear from you. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn to keep up with all the behind the scenes and to also get all things personal development, authenticity, and confidence and personal style. On Instagram, we talk a lot about style. On LinkedIn, we talk a lot about personal branding and style. And on TikTok, just a lot of behind the scenes and good gems. Good gems. I'll be saying good stuff over there, okay? Anyways, as always, I love you, and I will see you in the next one. And have a happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.